and we will make America great again.
Make America Great Again, a phrase that's gained a lot of following throughout this entire election. We've all seen the famous red hats, but what exactly do they stand for? And what exactly does this phrase hold for our future?
So we're here at Penn State University to explore what exactly does the phrase Make America Great Again mean. We're going to be looking into why people think we need to make America great again. We're also going to be looking at how the slogan even gained traction in the first place. We're going to be looking at whether this is a slogan rooted in nationalism or patriotism, and if there really even is a difference between nationalism and patriotism. And we're going to be looking at why the slogan has inspired so many people today when it's been used by past presidential candidates.
To start, we asked some Penn State students about their thoughts on the phrase in order to gain a deeper understanding of the impact that it had on different people.
What do you think of when you hear the phrase Make America Great Again?
Donald Trump. Trump and how he won the election.
Well, I think of a campaign that was run divisively and that hurt a lot of people.
I think of Donald Trump.
I think about a change in political power.
I think of Americans who are dissatisfied with the way that America's been going these past few years.
So clearly, everybody has their idea of what Make America Great Again means, but where did it come from? Who was the first person to even say it?
Donald Trump, I guess.
Donald Trump, because it was his campaign and he was the first person who I heard say the phrase.
Ronald Reagan.
It was Reagan in 1980.
Exactly. Our 40th president.
Make America great again. Make America great again.
These 4 words were the campaign cry for Ronald Reagan, and his campaign showed sweeping success in the 1980 election, and furthermore of his approval in office and in hindsight. But Ronald Reagan wasn't the only man to use these 4 very popular words. Who's the other mystery man? Bill Clinton.
I believe that together we can make America great again.
And, as with Reagan, the slogan worked for him too. So why is it that we rarely ever remember that these men used the slogan as well? Why do we so often associate it with Trump? How did Trump take the slogan of a Republican Party legend and make them his very own? Well, it seems to have been a process long in the making.
I think people are tired of seeing the United States ripped off. People are looking to leaders. People are looking for values. People are talking about, Donald Trump for president. What they're really talking about is Donald Trump, show us the way. Be the true White House. I'm, again, somebody that has a good instinct financially. Because I really am tired of seeing what's happening with this country.
And so it seems are other people too. We sent out an anonymous, nonpartisan survey to understand the impact of the man in the red hat. We asked each participant to answer a series of questions relating to the recent election. The results speak for themselves. As you can see here, when asked, who did you vote for, results show that President-elect Donald Trump received 1.9% more votes than Hillary Clinton. We also had a number of respondents who reported voting for Libertarian Party candidate Gary Johnson. But why did Trump receive such strong support? Respondents reported issues like taxes, distaste for candidates, picking a side, and of course, making America great again as motivation to vote for Trump. And election results show his campaign's success. Now, let's look deeper into these 4 memorable words.
There is a clear difference between patriotism and nationalism that must be distinguished in order to understand the slogan, Make America Great Again. Patriotism is based on ideas and values. Those who feel a sense of patriotism feel a sense of love and pride towards the specific ideals unique to the country. For many Americans, these ideals and values are embedded in the Declaration of Independence. The right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is something we should feel proud of. Nationalism, on the other hand, is based on a precise physical space or location, religion, or ethnic group. Unlike patriotism, nationalists feel a sense of love and pride of a particular country itself and physical symbols such as the country's national flag. This can be dangerous as nationalism tends to be extreme. Make America Great Again is a seemingly patriotic phrase, and it very well can be. According to a New York Times article, for Trump, it is about whom the government helps, not whether the government helps at all. He is promising to make the country great again, for the people who had it pretty great in the first place. However, the ideals of some of Trump's supporters can warp the message behind the slogan into something nationalistic. According to Charles de Gaulle, patriotism is when love of your own people comes first. Nationalism, when hate for people other than your own comes first. Looking at this chart detailing the differences between patriotism and nationalism, we can see that patriotism is described as passive by nature and nationalism is described as aggressive. And haven't we seen that before?
I feel he's the last chance we have to establish law and order and preserve the culture I grew up in.
God bless Donald Trump. Thank you for not taking the shirt off. I did. Fucking A, baby. What's your problem? What's wrong? Okay. Just keep tabs on that.
Muslim is not a religion, partner. It's an ideology. You don't come and talk about America when you're supporting Muslims. Good luck to you. Obama doesn't need a
Go to the polls and vote for Donald Trump.
Yet not all Trump supporters act in this aggressive and nationalistic manner, even if they still use the same slogan. So we've turned again to the students of Penn State to get their input on whether they think the phrase is patriotic or nationalistic.
Nationalism, I think. I just think it's like some false cockiness of some Americans.
I've been associating it with nationalism, but like extreme nationalism.
Probably nationalism because it's making America great, like a great power.
I associate it with patriotism.
I would associate it with patriotism.
So clearly there are two sides to every coin, or rather, every slogan. But if there's one thing we can agree on, no matter what side you're on, it is
Love Trump's hate.
And that we'd all like to work together towards a better United States of America.
But that leaves us with one last question.
Referring back to our survey, we asked respondents to name a time that America was last great, if it ever was.
I don't think it ever was. I'm not sure if it was ever really great yet to its full capacity.
Probably the 1950s.
In the context it's being used now before the Obama administration.
I would say that when America could be said to be objectively greater would be 1776.
I mean, I think America's pretty alright right now, and it's been alright for a long time, but I think that the phrase itself is not, like, it's almost like malicious, you know, like saying that, like it gives people like a sense of melancholy for the past and like things that you can't go back to, and it's not like very doable. Plus, I mean, America's only going to get greater once, like when we progress into the future and more people are accepted, more minority groups have better rights, and so, I mean, I think America's great now, but the thing that makes America great is having like Muslim immigrants and having Latino immigrants and having the LGBT community, and like it's going to be more great in the future once we can like embrace like all of our diversity in our country.